again, this is our not first viewing. Just assume all through X month this is not going to be first viewings.
This is my first viewing in a while.
Yeah, a while, yeah, me too.
Because I've seen the X-Men 1, I saw multiple times just because they would run it on TV a lot. I didn't see this back when I had cable, I didn't see this one on TV as much. I don't know if I just...
But Rob, for years, it was the best one, the greatest one, and like, I thought it was about as good as the first one. What do you think?
I don't remember liking the story more, but I remember thinking this one, like, had more energy, which is something the first one is sorely lacking.
It had a little bit more at risk.
Like, what do we find out about Wolverine's past? Nothing! That's the Achilles heel of both this and Spider-Man. Both of these film series move at a snail's pace. You really don't learn. And for a trilogy,
they're trying to Harry Potter it,
squat.
Here we go. This is, I haven't seen this in years, long time,
here.
so,
we'll see if it still holds up as, like, the best out of... See if I like it better than X1.
Yeah.
Ooh, are you gonna
do the X? Here we go. Show you understand X-Men.
Still early 2000s, kind of bland, but I like this credit sequence better.
Well, it's more solid.
Yeah. So it is an X-Men United.
No, I think that was an advertising trick.
Yeah, that was like some advertising trick.
Yeah.
See? Lincoln was a mutant. Most people... I just want Patrick Stewart narrating this whole thing.
But like Arnold from Total Recall, the commentary, just like, these people are looking around, there's a person with a hat and a wide-angle lens that's going to be exploited quite a bit in this movie. Ooh, it's Nixon Bush.
Yeah, he's kind of Nixon. He's Nix-ish. President Nix-ish. I remember thinking this intro was super cool.
Yeah.
And again, this intro had like all the energy that like I kind of wanted.
You know what this intro feels like? You can kind of see a kid describing, and then the crowd is here, and then he's up here, and then you go through the little eye hole, and he's jumping around, and he disappears, and he's behind the guy, he's like, ah! Like, it has that energy, which is really good.
This is Bryan Singer with a bunch of X-Men figurines. Yeah! I told you to knock! This still holds up.
Yeah, this is really fucking cool.
It's like the one great scene Singer put in these movies. I'm glad that they kept Alan Cumming's real teeth. It's like all of a sudden there, like a real movie popped up.
Hey, yeah, like an X-Men movie.
Like there was nothing in X-Men 1 that was like that.
Jean's rocking the bling. Jesus Christ, she has like an Oscar necklace on or something. Look at that.
Jean looks like she's auditioning for Black Widow in the Avengers.
Yeah. You know, even when they get a really good actress to play her, Jean is one of the most boring characters.
Yeah.
The only cool thing about her is that she was Phoenix. Everything else I've seen about Jean, it's like, okay, cool, she's the emotional center, people can talk to her, but she is a boring character.
Now, since there are so many witnesses, I will have to kill them all. 1,000 heads explode like lemmings.
I'm Brian Cox, that dude can do no wrong.
I do love Brian Cox.
The hell is that? A jet. What kind of jet? We don't know.
It's an SR-71! What do you mean you don't know?
Here's one of the things, too. Even though I know he's a bad guy, he uses it for his evil means, I'm kind of on his side at first, like,
why does this school have a fighter jet?
Yeah!
Okay.
Okay, if you're anyone, and this person who you touch can kill you, it's just like, hi! Would you be like, hey!
Hey, back off.
These lights represent every living person on the planet.
Gotta say, a lot of people watching porn right now.
Cerebro's a lot better in this one.
Yeah. Hey, there's actual color here. Do you think it looks like I'm wearing a giant heart? I think it's pretty.
The Care Bears helped me design this.
The mind is not a box that can be simply unlocked and opened. It's a beehive.
It looked like he was making up his analogy. It's not a box you can open and close. It's a wobbly I don't know.
Wibbly wobbly thing.
So is part of her power super warmth? Because how is she not freezing her ass off in every scene?
Got any beer? This is a school. So that's a no?
That's a good line.
Hedwig, do you think I'll make a real mutant?
Excuse me, Frank, my heart is missing.
I was gonna say, all of his organs just, she emerges from the wall covered in entrails.
Seriously, where was Rogue? All the kids were going one direction. She's like, I'm going this way. Like, why?
Does she sound like Luann from King of the Hill?
Uncle Hank, I'm going this way.
Uncle Hank, I'm going this way. I think this would be better.
Stay away from the manger babies.
Go, I'll be fine.
But we won't.
Like, seriously, you're pretty badass and we're all useless. It seems to be the movie's theme. I love just how, like, the Navy SEAL guys are just like, run! And Brian
I'm just walking.
And yet when it explodes, it totally would have hit him. Like, you could see
his arm.
You could see the particles lying by, and I'm like, that would have been really stupid of him.
Oh, yeah?
So is he just driving with one hand and his claws in there like this?
If you stab an ignition, it makes it magically work, don't you know? Runs into Batman coming the other way.
So that's Mystique, the army. I think anyone can get into this damn place. Honestly, watching this again right after the first one is like, it's still clunky, but there are more scenes. I'm like, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of action, just like the first one, but I feel like what action there is,
it's good.
It's pulled off better.
Found some on my mom's old clothes.
Groovy.
Thanks, Earth, pretty clothes. God, I just want to hear that voice now. That would be amazing. My God, Broke, are you still talking?
He makes himself an ice mirror so he can watch. Shing!
What exactly are you professor of, Mr. Logan?
Art.
Cut to him as Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. Kill the beast! Kill the beast! Kill the beast!
Oh yeah, we're in this movie.
Yeah.
Remember us?
Sometimes anger can help you survive.
Like, who's this Storm? Like, she's the one that's supposed to be more level-headed and, like, calming people down and stuff like that. And what's ironic is that she technically gets better in every film, like, kind of badass and stuff, but it's like, it's still not really Storm.
I feel like Halle Berry, from the beginning, I always thought was miscast. Her and Rogue.
Now, Iceman.
Got it. Holy crap! Frank, is that an SR-71 Blackbird? We don't know what it is! So, what am I doing for the next 12 scenes in this movie? You're sitting in a chair and staring at this guy.
The more I think about it, that's like all he does throughout the rest of the film.
I'm not sure I liked any of this.
It's just not that interesting.
Yeah, I remember thinking this is where the boredom started to set in.
In both the comic and the cartoon, you see all the cool mind stuff when you're in someone's mind and all the weird imagery and stuff. And this is
none of that
just
here.
Going through our mind. Like, how cool would it be if there was like putting up walls and they were fighting mentally?
Cool. So now we can just reuse the same set. How have they set Jean up as a character? That's what bothered me when they're like, oh, we're gonna do the Phoenix thing in part 3.
But what do we know about it?
Yeah, I'm like, what have you set up in these first 2 movies? Nothing! I did always like, because like that's something that happens in the comics, the weird on-again, off-again alliances of convenience with Magneto.
I like that too.
I liked that in this one. I don't like you, but we need to work together so that I cannot like you again at a later date.
They say you're the bad guy.
Is it because I do bad things?
Really, if that's the worst they say about me, I'm coming up pretty good.
What's your real name, John?
Pyro.
I think you should be Spyro, like the cute little purple dragon.
I'll take my chances.
But I won't.
I love Mystique. Like, I like her in this series of films too.
She's better in the comics, but she's pretty cool in this.
She doesn't need to say much. She just has that look like, yeah I'm gonna fuck shit up.
And it's more than just the makeup. She legit has a cool
her acting, her body acting, but no, like in all seriousness, her body acting, like the way she carries herself and everything, like totally. I feel like a Bond villain. Welcome, Mr. Bond. I see you put the pieces together quite perfectly.
Every one of them?
Oh, yes.
Good.
It slows down the energy, it slows down the momentum,
Yeah.
It's just, you're right, it is just so slow.
Again, Singer is incapable of making a movie that is not boring on some level. And this is the better one still, I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah.
But even here, it's still moments of just dull. I'm here to save your children!
Here's another scene he's like gonna see where he was made and stuff, but what has he discovered? Nothing.
Oh no, that pissed me off the most.
Yeah.
About this movie is I'm like, wow, so we waited to find out like Wolverine's origins and find out jack shit. Okay.
The tricky thing about adamantium is...
That's one of my favorite words to say.
Adamantium.
I love hearing it, I love saying it, it's a great word.
I prefer unobtainium.
I never noticed that. I just love him swishing the cape like, my cape doesn't deserve to touch you.
Something I'm just realizing. This would have been a much better plot point for X3. You've got Xavier nearly killing all mutants. You've got him then nearly killing all humans. Like, that's a big stake. I feel like they blew their load early on this one.
That's true. Although I like the conflict with the cure and everything. Like, that was interesting. But you're right. It's not a bigger stake. You can't really top this.
Yeah.
Don't move.
But she's just a little girl.
No, she's not.
It's really a guy in a wheelchair. Be careful. Wait, I'm the franchise! Aha, stabbing electrical things. That always closes doors. Can we get going, Logan, please? Somebody help! I think Wolverine's kidnapping me! Yes, Mr. President, even though I nearly accidentally killed everybody. Get some good PR behind this. Now, we can work with it. To be fair, someday in the future, according to the movie, Logan, I will also kill all mutants. Yeah, so that totally backfired. These movies are a fucking mess.
Oh, man. No, this series has been so inconsistent. Honestly,
even the good ones, when you get down to it, make no sense. Oh yeah, and then this bullshit about like, no, Jean has to go out there and lift the plane. There's like a million other ways around this.
It goes completely Star Trek 2 for no reason. Spock! Get out of there! The closest I see is like President Mitt Romney. You could tell that they're just like, no, we're not gonna bush it. He's gonna be slightly Southern. This is gonna be a mix of everything.
That's usually, that was like, it was either random Southern white dude, dignified black guy,
so what you need is
dignified
random Southern black woman. That would be the ultimate mesh.
Hybrid of Hollywood presidents, yes. I love they finally gave her an outfit, like she's an X-Man now, and it's like she's still not really gonna do much. Like she's still just, that's my power.
We'll be watching.
That was a threat.
Yeah, like they are threatening the president.
Okay, well, we should declare war on all mutants.
Yeah, right? Like, it's not quite X3 bad, but this is a really bad ending. The more I'm watching it, like, this is
And
terrible.
nobody was watching this speech going, what the hell happened in the middle of this speech?
Yeah,
like,
or what, did he freeze all the people in the world?
Well, not just
too?
that, but even, let's just imagine it froze for a split second, and then in the middle of the speech, he's just... Can you imagine if a well, I guess we've got Trump now, so who the hell knows? But can you imagine a president just like having a weird breakdown moment like that? Just like,
No, it's okay. The mutant who tried to kill us all just talked to me and said, leave mutants alone. And just the whole world goes with it.
So Logan, I hear you're our new art professor? Yeah, I decided just to go with it.
It was you.
Wait. She had a thing with you? Like, think about it. She never fucking said that. It just gets worse and worse. And what? He's teaching all these varying different ages the exact same thing? Aren't there grades?
It's like even the music.
Dun, dun. You're right. Exact same.
Wow.
What, man.
It's rough.
That got a little worse. It started off really strong. I was like, wow, like maybe this is actually better than I remember it. But as it kept going, it just got worse.
My thoughts the same. I like the story in the first X-Men better. It was a tighter narrative. There was a narrative that had a beginning, middle, and end. Yes, there's a hey, we'll find out about Wolverine, but that story itself, like about the X-Men on that mission, concluded. I don't know what the conclusion is with this one because we didn't learn anything new about Wolverine. Jean Grey is now dead, and is feeling like this movie doesn't feel like it ended just so much as arbitrarily stopped.
I guess about the same, but for different reasons than I remember. It's still an okay, but for almost the exact opposite reasons that I remember.
Still better than the first two Wolverine films, and still better than X3 or X-Men Apocalypse.
That's about it. We'll see you at X3. Take care.